Let's talk about the time Spider-Man had an identity crisis and took on 4 different personas. Now, the reason you all might be asking, why did Spider-Man have an identity crisis? Well, he was actually framed for killing somebody. And while having a $5 million bounty on his head, he thought it would be a great idea to develop new identities. First on the list is Ricochet. The second identity on this list is called Dusk, and this is a suit that Peter acquired from an alien world. And when Peter wears this suit, he's more inclined to be a little bit darker and a little more serious. The third identity on this list is called Prodigy, and this is more of a heroic side of Peter that's not afraid to say what he wants to say. This persona also relies heavily on brute strength, and he also uses none of his other abilities while using this persona. And the last identity on this list is the Hornet, and this is a side of Peter that uses more gadgets, and he's a little bit more quippy as well. While Peter was the Hornet, he felt refreshed because he could actually be a hero again. And the media took a liking to the Hornet, even saying that he looked a little bit like the Yellow Jacket. But while Peter is fighting the Vulture as the Hornet, he accidentally calls him an old name by saying Vulchi. But right as the Vulture hears this, he immediately knows that the Hornet is actually Spider-Man, so he lets everybody in the room know. And with everybody now knowing that the Hornet is actually Spider-Man, Peter quickly puts this identity to rest. Moving on to the Prodigy, this is more of an identity that tries to help the city as much as he can. And Peter can even embrace his heroic side even more. He even fights a really underrated villain called the Jack-o'-lantern. Moving into Ricochet, he's more of an identity that would fight at night. And he uses more of his acrobatic skills, and he also throws razor discs at people. And Ricochet has to help a person named Delilah stop the villain named Black Tarantula. And lastly, we have the Dusk that mainly just tries to clear Spidey's name, going up against villains like the Shocker, and finally recording a conversation where Norman Osborn confirms that Spider-Man isn't a murderer. Once this is all said and done, Peter finally puts all of these identities to rest and becomes Spider-Man again, saying that he'll be stuck with Spider-Man for the rest of his life.